Hey, how's it going, everybody? Got something really cool to show you guys that I picked up from one of my local antique shops. It's also retro type stuff. And this is one of those things to where I saw her pick it up, or she had it in her cart basically, at the place where I could have gotten it for a lot cheaper. Otherwise, I remembered what it looked like, so I looked it up and realized, okay, I'll see what she wants for it, which she did give me a break, as she had a pretty high price on it. But I'm figuring she probably paid about 20 bucks for it. So she made a good profit. But she's a cool person, so whatever. And hopefully I can get this thing up and running. It's having some kind of weird problem, and I don't know why. The reason I didn't mind giving her a decent profit, even that she lowered the price a bit, is because this thing really looks pristine. Whoever had it obviously just kept it in the box when they weren't playing it. It is in really pristine condition. I mean, other than the box, the only thing that shows any signs of wear, hence it has been played obviously, is the switch box. Otherwise, if you guys want to see one in action, I'll have two links in the description for you guys. One from Willie of Arcade USA. He shows one. And I think it shows him playing it a lot longer. And then the other one is John Hancock. He shows one to where he's more giving the description and whatnot and giving a little bit of history on it or whatever. So both videos are worth watching. Otherwise, you can see this thing in action. For Pong systems, it's pretty cool. It's one of them that is in color, and it's got extra stuff on it that a lot of the other Pong systems didn't have. Which I don't know if that just adds to the rarity, or if it's just this one wasn't out very long, or don't know. Just don't know. Maybe it's notorious for having problems to where a lot of them got trashed, so not that many floating around. It's the first time I've seen one, and I'll be very, very surprised if I ever see one again, especially in this condition. So anyways, going to show you guys the box here first. All complete in the box. Tele games, electronic games, Speedway 5. And after looking it up, it said this was released in 76. I don't know about that. Is the date on the instruction manual for it says 77. Otherwise, not too bad a shape on the box. And there's all the games that it has. It's road race, robot tennis, demolition, robot hockey, hockey for 2, hockey for 3, tennis for 2, hockey for 4, tennis for 3, tennis for 4. It's one of the unique things on this. As you can see there, 4 controllers. 2 of them are literally wired into the system. The other 2 plug in on the side via small size headphone jack, or like the size they used to have for the little earphones that you jam into your ear for your little transistor radios and stuff. And a lot of you are probably saying, what's this dumbass talking about? I'm like old or something. They used to have just a little white earphone that you just stick in your ear that would come with a lot of your little cheap AM radios. Anyways, they always had a smaller sized headphone style jack on them. And requires the same size to plug it in, which this also runs on batteries, so that's cool. And one of the first ones that I've ever gotten that didn't have exploded batteries in it. Like I say, this thing is in really good pristine condition. For what it's doing, I'd think it would be because batteries exploded in it and leaked on something bad, but there's no sign of it. The battery compartment, everything's clean. All I have to do is just wipe off some dust. Oh, and re-glue a sticker, which that's a common thing where the glue just comes loose and Appears to be staying on nice and good. I just used some model cement type glue, like super glue gel, and it's working really good. It was just the top sticker there that you cannot read. I love these cameras. Yeah, it just says Speedway 5. Shows a Formula 1 car. And then the bottom just says Tele games, and then you got to switch for off and on, and then game and start, and human and robot. And physically on this, the only thing to where maybe it's one of the switches that's messing up. The first two, oh, I do have batteries in it. Okay, you can hear what my dad used to sound like after eating a bunch of pancakes and sausage with extra sausage grease. Because you gotta have extra sausage grease with your sausage. Otherwise, you cannot be the proclaimed farter of the house. See if it does the same thing, man. It's like it's stuck in one of the modes for racing. And then he finally makes it to the toilet. So, I lied. I was going to say about what it's doing at the end of the video, but I'd forgotten that I left the batteries in it. Sometimes something will screw up to where it either likes the batteries or it likes being plugged in. To where one or the other will be kind of screwy. You got me. Otherwise, yeah, this takes 6 C batteries, which add up to 9 volts, or it takes a 9-volt adapter, which they had one that you can order from Sears, or basically what we all had back in the day was one of these older variable ones. It's got your cross plug there. Set this down so this one has 2 barrel type plugs. One for a 9-volt, like your old handheld games that would take a 9-volt battery, and then it's got one that's basically standard size for a headphone jack, and then the small size here, which is what it uses, and also the controllers. Otherwise, now that I showed you the noise it's making, I might as well tell you what it's doing otherwise. When I hook it up to either one of my new TVs or the oldest TV I've tried it on so far is just one of my little Sony TVs, like what you used to have like on your kitchen counter or whatever. So 90s, and same thing on all of them. I put it on channel 3, which is what this is supposed to run off of, which that's something weird. It says channel 3 in the book, but inside of it where the battery compartment is, all I can think of is that's what it means, but it looks like it says channel 4. So, got me, but I couldn't get it to work on anything. I turn it on and I wouldn't even see a glitch in the static, so it's, for some reason, either not putting out a signal to the TV or not strong enough for the TVs I've tried it on to detect. So, what I'm going to end up doing is dragging out one of my old school black and white TVs where I can adjust it for fine tuning and see if I can just tune in a picture. Which I've never had to do that with a Pong. Usually they just work, so weird. So anyways, showing it off to you guys here. Say, man, it's just, God, just don't understand why it's not working. Say, it is in beautiful condition. Just really good condition. And these just set in here. I like I said, the other ones, that's where you plug in the little headphone style jack, and then got your game select switch up front, which I can hear it going into position when I slide it, but I have had some of them that are easier to take apart to where that's been dirty enough to where it's just screwing with it. So, say, man, I may have to just open this up. I hate to do it because it's freaking old. I hate opening up stuff that's this old other than Atari 2600s or whatever. Those are easy. These, they're always put together in a hard freaking way to where just so easy to break something accidentally. Otherwise, that's your game select switch, and then say just off and on, and then game start, and then robot or human, which this switch almost feels like it's got a problem to where that might be it too. Or I may have to rebuild the switch once I take it apart, if that's possible. And on the bottom here, still has the original sticker. Let's see. For anybody that's interested, the serial number on this one is 92001R. And manufactured for Sears Roebuck Corporation, and then manufactured by Atari Corporation, Sunnyvale, California. Model number 637.99748. And then the rest of it's just your FCC type and whatnot, and patents and this, that, and the other. Like I say, man, never had any exploded batteries in it. So, just dumbfounded on why it's not working. And as usual, really long RF cable here, which looks pristine, so I know that's not messed up. Otherwise, the original owner's manual, which I don't know why it's crossed out. This is where I don't know if it's the guy that bought it that did this, or lady, or if this was Sears that wrote this on. It's almost like Sears wrote this directly on the book. Otherwise, they got the price of $29.99, but it's crossed out. So maybe he got it on sale, like a bigger sale. Because I think these things went for damn near $100 when they came out. They weren't cheap. Otherwise, it just says purchased for $21.78. Then they got 32 point. So, say maybe the 32 was after tax. I don't know. Otherwise, the manual looks as nice as the system, man. Just well taken care of. Fortunately, that's the only page that is written on. Just nice. That's what I say, man. I don't mind giving this lady a good profit, because I know she didn't pay much. And these controllers really look pristine, like I don't even know if they ever got used. One of them just got a little bit of sticker gunk on it that I can take off. Otherwise, man, they look like freaking new. I mean, literally, they look like new. And also, hence the thing was in the box, no yellowing of the plastic. Otherwise, just little headphone style jacks that plug into the side of it, and fairly long cords. Got to glue this back on too. I like having the original switch boxes even if I don't use them. But man, this definitely shows like it's been used. So I just get it. I'm assuming this is the one that came with it. But it's all tarnished up like it's been used. Either that or they did buy another one. Who knows how many game systems this person had and they just used the same switch box. Otherwise, I believe it is like the one that came with it, if it isn't the original, or it's just got game TV, and then is it to where you can hook up coaxial cable or direct wire, and then you just plug in your game there and hook this up to the back of your TV, either through the little screws on the back of it, or you'd have your adapter to change it to coaxial. And it's obviously been stuck on a TV before because the sticker's off of it and just it's all nastied up like it was on one. So. Just weird. Got all the original inserts. Everything fits into. So anyways, man, they do have another one that I think was just Tele Games Pong 5 that didn't have the racing stuff. Otherwise, I think it was basically the same system, just no racing games on it. So if any of you guys have one of those that has had that kind of problem and been able to fix it, let me know what you did. Otherwise, I say, man, I'm probably going to have to open it up in order to see what's going on so I could check all the circuitry and stuff and make sure that nothing blew in it or whatever. And I don't know on this one, a lot of these Pongs, when it comes to like resistors and stuff that can blow, there was one guy that was working on one, I forget what type, but it only had one resistor in it. So not that much that can go wrong unless somebody plugged in an adapter that put in too much voltage. But usually when it's that, or it gets too much voltage, it just fries the thing. And then it won't turn on and off at all or whatever. So that's where I'm wondering if one of the switches has some gunk in it, dust, dirt, whatever, or that one switch that just doesn't move good, maybe it's faulty. Just don't know. If I managed to fix it, I'll let you guys know what I did. For anybody else that gets lucky enough to find one of these, man, I will definitely do that. Otherwise, say, man, check out John and Willie's links if you want to see this thing in action. It is one of the cooler Pong systems. Have a good one, everybody.